My name's Kevin Smith. I am the Director of IT Security and Compliance. I manage all aspects of security, compliance, governance at Cross Country Healthcare. We're a staffing company for healthcare professionals, and we manage over 6,700 healthcare facilities through our workforce solutions. I think Saviynt brings the identity access management and governance not only to the cloud, but helps automate very manual processes that I believe a lot of the companies out there are experiencing. We ourselves went through very manual processes to onboard and offboard employees on a regular basis, and our turnover rate is quite high in our industry, so that became very manual and very time-consuming. What Saviynt brings to the table is a more organized, efficient manner of doing these processes in quite an automated fashion to help expedite and efficiently manage our onboarding, but also introduce controls that are centrally organized in one place. The issues that Saviynt helped us solve were kind of forthcoming as we got into the implementation. We had a few legacy applications that needed quite a bit of role cleanup. So as you know, with identity access management, the roles are key to understanding the level of access and entitlements that our end users need to take. So right off the bat, we started realizing some benefits with the tool helping us gain the visibility to the problems we had in each of our target applications. So that was key. And again, as I mentioned earlier, with our attestations and our certifications, it was such a manual process. The tool offered and lended itself a more efficient manner of going through that process. So now we're in a position where we can just do delta of access provisions through attestations and not have to go through such a manual process. The implementation was pretty well set up in terms of our objectives were very clear. The Saviynt team, we were lucky enough to go direct with the Saviynt team instead of a third party. Our team was able to comprehend and work with our IT owners of each of the apps. Where we may have learned a lesson here in terms of lessons learned, we could have done a little better job of understanding our applications, knowing the versions, because those became quite relevant to us quickly, that it's not as easy as it seemed in the beginning. But nevertheless, the team was able to work through those issues and find us solutions in a short amount of time. We've currently rolled out 11 of 12 applications in a period of 6 months with all of the version issues of API connections and SOAP and a number of different custom connector applications that were afforded to us by Saviynt. So from that, we learned quite a bit from Saviynt, and they were able to help us right from the get-go. Well, at this point, part of our roadmap is to further refine our connectors with all of our material applications at the company, doing more onboarding processes for new acquisition companies that we buy. We inherit a lot of their applications, so we see going into the next couple of years is how to quickly onboard applications from our acquisitions. Before we got started with this, after our evaluations, I think it was a larger undertaking than we had expected. I think, going forward, any potential folks that are looking at an identity access solution really need to take into account what are their in-scope applications, understand what those applications bring to the table, their open APIs, the technical background of each of those applications, and building those relationships with the vendors prior to getting started with a vendor for an IDM solution, I think that will help streamline the whole overall project of implement and deploying. The Saviynt team was spot on. Once they started, they were right into it. They set goals, they set target dates, they helped manage the project for us. We're a smaller group than some of the other bigger companies here, but they pitched in and they were there with us side by side throughout the whole process. So we're very happy, very pleased.